Today at many theme parks across the world, you can find many coasters with impeccable theming. Some that are hybrids of dark rides meet roller coasters that often at times have the highest price tags attached to them, such as the likes of Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts, and even dark ride coaster hybrids that even meet water rides such as Journey to Atlantis at SeaWorld Orlando, that all received high praise when they first opened and are still highly sought after to this day. But in 1978, in the Smoky Mountains, a small-time park that was on the rise, seeking to establish an identity for themselves, created an impressive indoor coaster in-house that has undeniably stood the test of time. Now, bravery, courage, and strength are our things. Let's hop on Blazing Fury and see what this thing brings. A small tourist attraction founded by North Carolina brothers Grover and Harry Robbins, whom after the success of their 1957 theme park called Tweetsie Railroad, located in between Blowing Rock and Boone, North Carolina, decided to try their luck again by opening up another tourist attraction in East Tennessee called Rebel Railroad, a coal-fired steam train attraction with a general store nearby, blacksmith shop, and a saloon. Within the tourist attraction held a huge steam train that simulated the attacks by Union soldiers and train robbers, as soldiers of the Confederate Army would protect the passengers by fighting off their attackers. 9 years later in 1970, American businessman, entrepreneur, and owner of NFL's Cleveland Browns, Art Modell purchased the Rebel Railroad in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, with it now renamed to Goldrush Junction. Goldrush Junction now with a Western-styled theme that featured a Western shootout scene. With this, the park kept the steam train and added an outdoor theater, log flume, and the Robert F. Thomas Church. In 1976, Goldrush Junction was purchased by Jack and Pete Herschend, the sons of Herschend Family Entertainment founders Hugo and Mary Herschend. The park's name, Goldrush Junction, was shortened to just Goldrush, then renamed it to Silver Dollar City, Tennessee. The name change came from the successful Herschend-owned park in Branson, Missouri, also known as Silver Dollar City, and park improvement efforts were made when then known as Herschend Enterprises made roughly $1 million upgrades. With these park upgrades, Silver Dollar City, Tennessee looked to add 2 new rides to the park to enhance the park ride experience. One being 2 new steam trains were added in 1976, bringing in the addition of these locomotives to help better the train experience. The second addition with these huge park upgrades was the addition of their first ever coaster, Blazing Fury, on June 6, 1978. Blazing Fury, located in what is known as today as the Craftman's Valley section of the park, was designed and built in-house by the park's maintenance team to be similar to Fire in the Hole, the first ever indoor dark ride coaster located at their sister park, Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri, in 1972. Blazing Fury, described by Dollywood as an out-of-control fire, is just minutes away from engulfing this 1880s town, and chaos ensues as the town's residents, a cast of characters ranging from firefighters to gunslingers and damsels in distress, hurry to escape the blaze. Riders scream through the town on this indoor roller coaster, taking each hill and curve with great speed as they try to outrun the fire. When boarding Blazing Fury, there are 3 cars per train. In each car, riders are arranged 2 across in 3 rows, for a total of 18 riders per train. After leaving the station, the ride begins with a daily newspaper on the left-hand side that says fire rages throughout the village, thousands of dollars worth of property destroyed, which sets the stage to what is to come for riders. Then with a slight left turn, you're engulfed in darkness as you see a firefighter standing there with the wall of firefighter axes. This scene was added in the winter of 2013 and debuted in 2014. As you go deeper into the village, you see 2 animatronics of an elderly man and woman sitting on the porch rocking in their rocking chairs. When you turn the corner, there's one of the ride switch tracks that lead to a maintenance shaft. Moving forward, a mine shaft is blocked off, which makes us shift our route. By the way, this pays homage to the former flooded mine dark ride that was removed to make way for Daredevil Falls. You then find yourself in the heart of the old 1880s town, as it is being taken over by the Great Fire with a bizarre mixture of drunken men, firefighters, and gunslingers. Next, you find Molly planning to jump from the 2nd story of the burning hotel, with the firefighter down below attempting to catch her, stating that he is a weak back and telling her to be careful. There in the stable, the next scene shows a horse named Fury and his owner stuck in a desperate need of help to escape the flames. As the train turns the corner, the help we need has finally arrived. There, a firefighter is attempting to put out the fire with water while a helpless man is on the toilet in his outhouse. This honestly impressive water effect is done with a blue string light that pairs well with the darkness in the scene that gives the illusion of water being sprayed out of a fire hose. As we turn the corner again, we find the engulfed home of someone named Sarah, who had no luck with men and is looking for a husband of any size or shape according to her sign outside. After passing her home, we turn the corner and start to hear the sounds of water flowing as if there is a waterfall nearby. by. Once around the corner, we see a building that appears to possibly be the side of Sarah's home and the magnitude of the fire that has taken over her entire home. Suddenly, we try to escape the blaze with speed. We come across a dark bridge. As we inch closer to cross it, the inflamed bridge collapses and we experience our first drop on this coaster. This drop is roughly 15 feet or so, but with the effect done so well and how dark it is, it feels so much more thrilling and steeper of a drop due to the element of surprise. This effect of a fiery bridge collapsing is done by a hydraulic system that gives the illusion of the bridge collapsing as the train is dropping. As the coaster regains a balanced level, we appear to now be in some sort of underground mine, where all, at least for a second or two, appears to be going well and we're safe. After a second of solace, we see the light at the end of a tunnel. That light ends up being that of a train coming our way because we are now on the train tracks of an oncoming locomotive. As riders hear the sounds of a train coming and are about to hit head-on with the train, the coaster dips into a second drop, escaping the horrendous collision that was about to take place. This effect is highly effective and reminiscent to that of Jurassic Park River Adventure at Universal's Islands of Adventure, where the climax of that ride has riders come face to face with a terrifying T-Rex eager to destroy. Just when the T-Rex takes a shot to eat riders alive, the boat drops, escaping the utter dismay. Although Blazing Fury isn't as technologically savvy as Jurassic Park River Adventure is, Blazing Fury's effect still can rival that of some of the greats that had bigger budgets attached to them. But after the sudden second drop, the coaster banks to the left and rolls into what looks like a huge drop into a huge body of water. Beforehand, the coaster did go down to the third and final drop into water. This was not just a really cool feature of the ride, but also played a role in slowing down the coaster with the use of water. The Matterhorn bobsled, as a matter of fact, at Disneyland, used the same feature. This end of the ride water splashdown at the end of the drop was taken away for the 2011 season due to the damage the water did to the trains that almost cost the park to remove the ride altogether if they didn't get rid of the actual water itself. The water feature was replaced with a reflection that looked like water is actually still at the bottom of the drop, which is still remarkably effective in my opinion. Blazing Fury. Although not extremely quick, thrilling, or the most advanced, this coaster has a quaint charm about it that makes it so special to the park. Which makes this ride so iconic is how it keeps the legacy of the park's history intact and remembered in a subtle way, even if you can't see it in the dark. The ride has a lot of nods to the past, with hints of past rides and history of the park, such as the former names Rebel Railroad, Gold Rush Junction, Gold Rush, and Silver Dollar City. This ride has stood the test of time at the park, and is still there today, featured as their first coaster built at the park. What was done in the late 70s to build a timeless enclosed coaster, with impressive effects for its time, and an exciting story in-house by the park was legendary. What the park has done to keep up with this attraction truly shows how memorable this coaster is to the park, but continuously providing upgrades including RMC's I-beam-like iBox tracking in 2015, which, if I'm not mistaken, wouldn't that make Blazing Fury the first RMC coaster at Dollywood? I guess that could be up for debate, but Dollywood has now been in charge since 1986, continuously striving for greatness and undeniably improving the park year in and year out, making it one of the top flagship parks around the world. Along with that, the collection of Herschend family entertainment parks continues to grow with the addition of new parks, more festivals, and a dynamic lineup of coasters. As Dollywood's coaster lineup continues to evolve, let us never forget what came first, blazing by, that paved the way for it all. Just like you can't go into that final drop without first hearing Fire in the Hole. Well, you can't leave this video without me telling you to check out part 1 of this 2-part series in regard to the history of Fire in the Hole at Silver Dollar City, the original indoor coaster that Blazing Fury was modeled after, that came before the likes of Space Mountain, Revenge of the Mummy, and Rock and Roller Coaster, told by my good friend and duo, Storybook Amusement. So don't forget to head over to Storybook Amusement's channel to learn the full history of Blazing Fury's predecessor, Fire in the Hole at Silver Dollar City. Be sure to check out some other videos on the channel while you're there. If you're into interesting stories and the history behind your favorite theme park attraction, then you'll love Storybook Amusement. Thank you all so much for watching this video on the history and legacy of Dollywood's first coaster. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. Till my next video, till then, have a thrilling day. So if you enjoyed the video, you can support the channel via Patreon, where we have all new live streams and exclusive content and giveaways that are dedicated to the patrons on the exclusive Miguel the Annual Passholder Patreon page. And also, if you like looking nice, you can support the channel via our merchandise shop at annualpassholder.shop. You can find amazing t-shirts and hoodies, such as this one, that you guys can purchase for the low. And feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn it from red to gray, and like this video if you enjoyed yourself. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much, and have a thrilling day.